Good day po. My name is Mary Ann Anciano. Uh, my topic is all about overview of application. So, what is application? The word application is derived from the phrase application software, which was intended to contrast against system software, also referred as an application program or application software. An application is a computer software package that performs a specific function directly for an end users or in some cases for another application. An application can be self-contained or a group of programs. The program is a set of operations that runs the application for the user. Application examples. Some types of applications include word processors, database programs, web browsing, deployment tools, image editors, and communication platforms. Software versus application. So, what is software? Software is a collection of programs that coordinates with the hardware to run the machine. It is set of instructions or data that operates the computer how to work. Software is opposite of the physical aspect, hardware, and it is a complement to the hardware in computer. While application is package that performs a specific task for end users. It is a product or a program that is designed only for end users' requirements. All the application may be in category of software, but vice versa is not possible. Difference between software and application. Software is a set of instructions or data that operates the hardware, while application is a package to perform a specific task. Software is an all-encompassing term for computer data, while application is a type of software that does a certain task. Software may executable or may not be, while application is always executable. Software is not often operating system based, while application is operation system based. Software does not need user interaction for functioning, while applications need user interaction for functioning. Software is used as mediator between user and hardware, while application is used only by end users. All the software are not applications, while all the application are software. Unlike application softwares, system software programs operate in the background and do not directly interface with the computer users. System software manage the operation of a computer or instance and typically includes the OS, hypervisor, and drivers. There are generally low-level or basic programs as compared to end-user-facing applications. Applications use system software for access to basic hardware resources such as memory, storage, and other utilities. For example, an application relies on a system software for access to the file system to manage and store files. Types of application which is native, mobile, and hybrid apps. So, what is native mobile apps? Native mobile apps are designed to be native to one platform, whether it's Apple, iOS, Google's Android, or Windows Phone. The native platform can be advantageous because it tends to optimize the user experience because it was developed specifically for the platform. It can operate more quickly and intuitively. Native mobile app develop involves building apps for particular mobile operating system using its native coding language. Instead of writing apps in cross-platform language like Ionic, if we intend to build a native application for iOS, mobile app developers will use programming language like Objective-C or Swift. In contrast, developing for Android calls for the programming language Java or Kotlin. On a mobile phone, for example, a native mobile app is an application that is coded in a specific programming language such as Swift or iOS or Java for Android operating system. Native mobile apps provide fast performance and a high degree of reliability. Native apps can provide optimized performance and take advantage of the latest technologies such as a GPS compared to web apps or mobile cloud apps developed to be generic across multiple systems. Both Apple and Google provide app developers with their own development tools, interface elements, and software development kit. Most companies will invest in native mobile app development because of the myriad of benefits offered in comparison to other types of apps such as hybrid or web. As mobile software is increasingly a necessity for companies. It's important for companies to be well informed about the pros and cons of choosing an app development approach. Benefits of native app development. Here we have seamless performance and fast operating speed, great UI or UX, better security and reliability, up-to-date SDK, easy to launch in the app stores, hardware features, access to the pool of expertise, scalability, and advanced customization. So, seamless performance and fast operating speed. When coding, developers need to make sure that an app will work properly on any device it can be installed on. By taking a native path, this is possible as it implies using unique elements and APIs specific to the particular OS. These elements already take into account the peculiarities of branded devices. Therefore, few problems occur and the performance is seamless and fast. Great UI or UX. Designing an app solely for one operating system has several benefits in terms of UI and UX. From a technical point of view, the size and resolution of the graphics won't need to be adapted according to the requirements of devices, thus you won't have to think about it. Next, better security and reliability. Native applicants are well protected by several layers of an operating system. What is more, under such an approach, only official trustworthy APIs are used. It makes a difference in terms of security because developers don't use third-party systems that may take advantage of the access data. Beside this, when going native, you offer users embedded certification and in-app multi-factor authentication. The latter feature is especially vital for an application that implies storing sensitive data like personal or financial information. Next, Activate SDK. When building an app, IT specialists often use software development kits or SDKs. The tools provide necessary libraries that are essential when working on the functionality, using device hardware or managing user inputs. Since both Apple and Google constantly update these tools, native application development implies higher flexibility in terms of available features. What is more, SDK is rapidly revised and improved with every update. It allows developers to minimize the number of bugs and ensures enhanced stability. As a result, the app works with seamless performance, few glitches, and little chance of crashes. Easy to launch in the App Store. Launching an app can sometimes become an unbearable challenge. App stores can merely refuse to accept it. In order to avoid such a pitiful situation, the developer must make sure that every single dot of the application aligns with the guidelines. Well, since a native app adheres to the regulation of either Android or iOS from the first line of the code, the launch is much faster and easier. Next, hardware features. Besides seamless performance and one-of-a-kind UX, your native app will have full access to the hardware features. This means that a camera, GPS, or microphone can be used, which leads to advanced functionality. Next, access to the pool of expertise. When building an app, anyone would want to have a professional developer with deep expertise and preferably years of practical skills, especially with the focus on cross-platform or web solutions lost to those mastering a native path in terms of expertise. Both cross-platform and web apps are relatively new, while iOS and Android applications were introduced more than a decade ago. That's why it's much easier to find a professional native app developer who knows all the details of the particular operating system. With such a specialist, the likelihood of errors is lower, while the speed of the development is faster. Scalability. Scalability means the possibility of the application to manage the product growth. It involves the increased traffic, load, users, and implementation of new features. The app architecture allows it to acquire more traffic without any serious change to the base. If you have a cross-platform app, you will have to assist both Android and iOS users. Therefore, it's more complicated to scale as you need to ensure high-quality performance and exclude crashes with an increase of users. Native app, however, focuses solely on iOS or Android owners. Hence, the task is easier as you have more opportunities to split data flow. At the same time, the applications show the potential for a brighter future as they utilize the existing hardware more effectively than cross-platform ones. This significantly decreased the limits for possible growth. Next, advanced customization. Advanced customization is possible due to a lack of limitations. Let's imagine two situations. You have a decision to make. In one case, you are the only one who should be content with that solution. In another case, however, all the other stakeholders should like it as well. It's not an easy task if there are only two more people to please. But what about 10 or 20 more? The same applies to building an app. Developers don't need to combine the features of both operating systems. They can focus on Android or iOS and create a one-of-a-kind, highly customized application. Moreover, OS offer plenty of flexible tools and solutions to use, while cross-platform frameworks proposition is rather scarce. Hybrid mobile apps. These apps can be installed on a devices just like native apps, but they run through web browsers. All hybrid apps are developed through the HTML programming language, though hybrid apps are not as fast or reliable as native apps. They have a greater capacity for streamlining the development process because you don't have to build and maintain apps for separate platforms. Your business can save on time and resources. It's ideal for apps that primarily deliver content. Hybrid mobile app, as the name suggests, are apps that can support multiple operating systems and devices. These apps are built once and then deployed on app stores dedicated to different operating systems. In other words, hybrid applications are a combination of native and web application elements. When you use the app, you get the performance and features of a native app, but these apps use browsers to function. Advantage of hybrid application. Cross-platform support help users in using the same account on multiple devices to use features of an app built on a hybrid mobile app frameworks. By supporting multiple operating systems, these apps can sync easily by securing the data on cloud servers. So users can log in with the same credentials on Android and iOS devices and it won't matter. Next, cost-effective development. It is another advantage that app development companies have with hybrid apps as they can utilize fewer resources to build purely functional apps for multiple platforms. In short, with fewer expenses, developers can cover larger markets across the globe. The less development time feature of hybrid apps makes it the ideal pick for individual developers. The process requires writing codes once, and the code can be deployed on multiple operating systems. Next is easy integration. Easy integration of UI elements like icons and navigation buttons make the development process more ideal. There are hybrid app developing frameworks available that allow features such as drag and drop to reduce the app development time. Example of hybrid application. WhatsApp. WhatsApp is another example of a very popular hybrid app. It is possible to do without other social media apps, but with WhatsApp, it is a different story. Technically, it only provides the option for messaging and stories, but the interface is so user-friendly and the faster response speed makes it an important source of communication. Next, Twitter. Twitter needs no introduction as we all know that this is one of the most used social media apps of recent times. Also, it enjoys a great engagement rate. It is also powered by HTML5. People log in to this app to get updates about the daily happening as Twitter never sleeps. In addition to that, people also use it as video streaming platform. Not just videos but can also share pictures, content here. Next, Gmail. Gmail is a hybrid app designed to help you in managing your emails portably. The app offers features like drafting, reviewing, and deleting emails. You can also manage your email contacts from the app itself and use the email address to log in into other supporting apps. Uber. It won't be wrong if we define Uber as a crucial app as well. The reason is that with the easy working interface it provides and the user-friendly system it has, people consider it as the first option when they look forward to booking a cab. It is more convenient when it is used in Android and iOS and shows better performance. Also, it provides multiple payment methods from Paytm, UPI, debit card, cash, and many others so that the users have the option to choose from and there is no issue in this regard. Next is Instagram. Instagram is one of the most downloaded apps we have right now. It is empowered by HTML5. The app has a great engagement rate among its audience. The app also has supporting tools. Next, top hybrid app frameworks existing in 2022. React Native, Flutter, Ionic, NativeScript, Quasar, Kendo UI, Aurelia, Framework 7, Onsen UI, Extension JS, Axway, Accelerator, Swell Native, and Xamarin. Web apps. A web application is a computer program that uses as a web browser to perform a particular function. It is also called a web app. Web apps are present on many websites. A simple example is a contact form on a website. A web application is a client-server program. It means that it has a client side and a server side. The term client here refers to the program the individual uses to run the application. It is part of the client-server environment where many computers share information. For example, in the case of a database, the client is the program through which the user enters data. The server is the application that stores the information. Next, benefits of web application. You don't need to install it on the hard drive, so it doesn't cause space limitations. It requires less support and maintenance from the business and lower technical requirements from the user computer. A web application reduces costs for both the end user and the business. Web application reduce web application are always up to date because updates are applied centrally. All users can access the same version, so it eliminates any compatibility issues. You can access web application anywhere with a web browser. As long as the browser is compatible, web application can run on multiple platforms regardless of the operating system or device. Web application discharge the developer of the responsibility of building a client that is compatible with a specific type of computer or a particular operating system. Web applications reduce software piracy in subscription-based web application. Example of application includes webmail, word processors, and spreadsheets. Video and photo editing, file conversion, and file scanning are application too. There are popular email programs like Yahoo and Gmail, and instant messaging services are web applications. Web applications allow team members to work together on the same document include Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, and cloud storage. Online sharing of calendars is also a web application. So web apps are different than native apps. Natives, native apps are applications developed for a particular platform or a specific device. They require installation on the device. Some applications combine the two features. IT specialists call them hybrid application. Hybrid apps work like web apps, but you install them on your device like a native app. Hybrid apps can also use device-specific resources to their advantage. Native application can sometimes operate without an internet connection. Webs, web apps and hybrid can. So benefits of hybrid apps development. Number one, a native experience with a straightforward back end. Although a native app provides an outstanding user experience, a hybrid app combines the best of both worlds by combining native UX with a simple back-end framework. To develop a hybrid app UI and UX that seamlessly integrates device-specific capabilities, you can use complete development frameworks, even while working on fixes and updates across all platforms. This UX stays smooth when users of hybrid apps go from one mobile platform to another. They get the same smooth native experience. Next, creative concept that appeal to the target audience. Ordinary web applications do not communicate with a device operating system or built-in environment. They are not as intelligent as today's advanced app, and they can compete with highly polished native programs. Hybrid applications are sleek and intelligent, as they deftly combine the device operating system with its built-in capabilities without adding much burden. This allows app developers to come up with more innovative ideas for hybrid development and attract the attention of their target audience. Next, high speed capability. Native apps have set a high bar in terms of speed and performance thus far. When it comes to hybrid creation, however, speed is not an issue. In practice, hybrid apps are far faster than mobile web apps or responsive websites when compared to other mobile development options. A hybrid app is always intended to run swiftly on the device screen, even when many users, because they don't have to rely on network communication as much. Twitter, a social networking software that always manages massive traffic, is another example of how hybrid app development excels. Next, attractive user interface, user experience, UI, and UX design. Two key characteristics that attracts more users to your software are consistent experience and appealing design. With hybrid app development, you can be confident that your mobile app will provide consumers with a superior UI experience and flawless performance. Hybrid apps are more welcome in app stores that than other mobile apps because of their uncompromised operation and appearance on each platform. When utilizing it on numerous operating systems, users do not experience low performance or loading time issues. As a result, it's a better alternative for organizations looking for maximum interaction from both iOS and Android customers. Next, build and maintain at a lower cost. Hybrid app develop is a less expensive to develop and maintain as compared to native app. The programming language chosen to create the hybrid application is less expensive, resulting in lower overall development and maintenance costs. Native apps, on the other hand, were developed using complicated languages like Java and Objective-C, as well as the iOS SDK and Android SDK. Hybrid apps combine HTML, JavaScript, and CSS with simpler mobile development frameworks. You'll have many potential developers to pick from if you use their fewer demanding forms of technologies. Hybrid has a huge cost saving in terms of both initial development and ongoing maintenance. Next, support for the cloud and enterprise level solutions. Numerous hybrid applications can be connected to the cloud using the Exchange Integration Code approach. The Titanium Ionic and PhoneGap frameworks are the best example. Plugins enable developers to simply enhance an app functionality, design, and correctness. Hybrid applications facilitate interaction with leading cloud providers such as AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. Next is offline usage. As with native mobile apps, hybrid apps use the device API to keep useful data offline. This might be regarded as a significant benefit provided to customers who desire to save money on the data certain mobile users have intermittent connectivity with their devices. And the offline features of hybrid apps may amaze them as well. Consequently, they will be able to use the mobile application without experiencing any difficulties. Next, performance enhancement. Hybrid app development perform as well as native apps in terms of speed and performance. Indeed, they are frequently faster than progressive and responsive apps. The reason for this is that there is no reliance on network communication. Additionally, even apps where larger user base perform better on all devices. They have established their performance standards through partnership with brands such as Twitter and LinkedIn. Okay, thank you. That's all. God bless.